My name's Lindsay McCurdy and I'm the Managing Director of Apprenticeships for England, which is an organisation that was born out of a LinkedIn group 2 years ago and now has 12,000 members, and our mission is to grow the quality of apprenticeships in the United Kingdom. And from that and the members and the support of my sponsors here today, we've been able to put on the major event for National Apprenticeship Week 2013. But the whole message from the speaker has been on a positive of how we can grow apprenticeships for the benefit of young people.
It's been a real pleasure today to be able to sponsor the Apprenticeship for England event 2013 and to share the days with so many colleagues who have got the same passion for raising the quality of provision of apprenticeships. And all credit, we've had over 300 people here today. It's been absolutely brilliant, supporting the importance of the vocational pathway with apprenticeships being the ultimate goal.
Well, in terms of employer engagement with apprentices, we're seeing an increasing number of employers want to get involved with apprentices. I think it's been traditionally seen as a blue collar kind of way of getting into work, but we're particularly focused on IT and business services sector apprenticeships. And I think in those sectors there's a growing awareness that there is a real kind of talent pool available of young people who are saying, oh, I don't want to go to university, but I do want to get into a professional career and develop my skills and competencies. Well, I think the first thing is to look at why or where your talent pool needs to be developed, and where you need to bring new entrants into your business, maybe to help some of your existing staff move on in their roles, or where, particularly at larger scale businesses, they're increasingly looking at what are the long-term issues this business faces that are going to stop us growing and developing. And so there's a talent strategy there for larger scale businesses. For smaller businesses it might be much more tactical. So how do I leverage myself as an owner-employer? How do I grow my business? Well, bringing in young people into that business and training them up yourself is a great way of leveraging your business without huge amounts of risk associated with that. There's a low salary cost to start off with, there's a huge amount of support and training that's given through the government funding of apprenticeships, and so that kind of mitigates a lot of the risks that small businesses might feel of taking on young people. And so it's looking at how can apprenticeships help my business to grow. So I think if people are looking at university and are considering, is that really a great investment of funds, of my funds, to actually go and get that degree? Well, maybe there is an alternative. It isn't going to cost you. You can earn while you're doing it, and actually the career opportunities that can open up for those that work hard and are committed to their employers can in many cases be just as great as those that go to universities. And in some cases I think there is greater probability of employment. At the moment on our programme, our last survey, nearly 90% of young people who completed an apprenticeship with QA continued in employment. So that's a great step.
I think there are some amazing initiatives, but I think that our employers, UK employers, need to do more. Currently there are only about 1 in 4 employers working with young people, and be that in the education system or employing them post-education. It's not enough for the needs that we've already got, never mind those young people that are still coming through education and not gaining access to work experience, not gaining access to inspirational employers to help them find the pathway that they want. So for me, we've got to create a more youth-friendly UK. Yeah, I think what I'd like to see is employers being encouraged to do one youth-friendly thing. I think if we can create a culture in the UK of employers taking a small responsibility around talking in a school, doing one careers talk once a year, through to the great initiatives at Barclays who are taking on 10,000 apprenticeships. If we can just encourage anything along that ladder, and there are so many different things employers can do, they don't have to be time consuming, they don't have to be cost heavy, but actually just one thing will inspire one young person, it will support one person to make a really solid career pathway decision. So I would really encourage employers to not be put off by taking on young people or working in schools, and actually adopt that as part of their own culture. So it's about investing in your future consumers, and it's about investing in your future employees. So for businesses, it shouldn't be about the red tape and it being somebody else's issue. It should be all of our issue. We all want to work in a UK economy that's vibrant and with young people that are engaged and contributing. So all of us should do as much or as little as we can, but something.
happy to hear to show his commitment to the apprenticeship programmes, both the ones that we run and the wider sector issues that we're trying to help with. The question hasn't really been anymore about why are you doing apprenticeships. It's actually about how can you get the best value out of them, how are you comparing them, what's the quality that you're putting into them. And we are seeing a shift between some of the traditional programmes such as graduate recruitment, and with the development of higher level apprenticeships we're now seeing more and more young people being interested in apprenticeships. Obviously they've still got to make choices at A level, but we are finding a lot of them are choosing apprenticeships now to give them the chance to get the business experience and to start earning.
This is Amy, my engagement apprentice, and Amy is just coming to the end of her apprenticeship with us, and the good news is she's done really well, and like all employers should, is we're planning to keep Amy on, so you know, we'll be offering her a permanent position.
Well, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do when I left college, and I sort of found out about apprenticeships by chance, and now I'm a business apprentice working in the marketing department, and I'm really glad that I didn't go to university because I've got more of a direction now and I know what I want to do. I'm not just doing a course to see where it leads, I sort of know where I want to go, and it's been a really amazing opportunity, so I'm really happy. I think a lot of people think that uni is the only next option, like that's what you should do, and I don't think that's true. It's not right for everyone, and I think it's a lot better sometimes to get straight into a career.
Amy's a very practical person. She works, apprenticeship's great for her because she learns on the job. You know, she's great as her line manager. She's great because you ask her to do something, she retains it, she does it, and she's confident enough to check. So that's why she's excelled working with us.
We just came fresh off our 8-week pre-apprentice course, and we just came here today just to network and see what the industry leaders believe about the apprenticeships.
We've noticed a lot today as well that a lot of these big companies are willing to take the barriers down, which is a big insight for the younger youth, and it's given like me and a lot of everyone else more confidence in our apprenticeship that we're starting next week. And overall it's just been a good experience just to see what some of the people have been up to in their apprenticeships, and seeing the higher education that they're allowed to take as well, like level 2 to level 7 now I'm hearing, so that's a big step, and yeah, just looking forward to the future. Obviously going into uni for like 3-4 years, you don't really want to go into debt, and with an apprenticeship you can sort of learn and get paid and get the knowledge as well. And I mean, before it didn't really seem like an option, it just seemed like uni, but a lot of these companies are looking more for experience now. So I actually heard CEO said that he actually rejected someone on an academic level because he had no experience. So I mean, the future's bright for a lot of us that haven't been to uni.
For me personally, I don't think that I'm the type of person that can sit there and constantly be learning. I want to be out there getting experience and experiencing things in the real world. I don't want to sit and get an education like that. I'd rather do an apprenticeship and get my skills that way whilst getting the experience. I mean, I'm not saying that university isn't good. I mean, for certain career paths it is better, but for me I would rather have done an apprenticeship. It really helped me because at school no one ever told us about apprenticeships and other things. They told us you do this and you go to university, that's it. I mean, and now I'm working there, I'm understanding a lot more, and I actually wish that there was, while I was at school, I was actually told about this rather than having to find out after going and doing my A-levels and things like that.
I'm an apprentice at QA. I did the hardware networking course there. Now, what I did was leave sixth form with not very good grades, but not very bad grades either. And I was deciding whether university or apprenticeships were for me. Now, personally, I was looking into the university side of things, and costs were coming up really high. They wanted really high grades as well for entry. With the apprenticeship, I can start from ground zero and just work my way up, and that's what I did. I've completed the apprenticeship, and I'm happy to say I'm happy with the job I've kept. I'm building my career up. I'm very professional now compared to how I used to be, and it's just helped me in so many different ways.
Yeah, well, we feel at Sitting Guilds that apprenticeships are, you know, not only just a key government driver, but also for individuals in terms of their expanding their life chances, in terms of employment and also progression. We wholeheartedly support apprenticeships, and I think it's been evident, obviously, with the successes that you've seen with apprenticeships. You know, there's an increase in applications being uploaded, an increase in people applying for apprenticeships, and obviously an increase in apprenticeship starts. We're grateful and also very honoured to be here at an event that celebrates apprenticeships. We also feel, which is great about this event, which makes this event very unique, is that it's actually got all the key stakeholders within apprenticeships that are here. So you have the learners, and they're here telling their stories about how it's enhanced their lives. You've got the employers that are here, and they're talking about the benefits that it's provided to their organisations. And then obviously you've got the training providers as such, talking about what it's actually brought to them. So today truly is a great celebration of apprenticeships, and we wholeheartedly endorse this event.